Welcome back to Dialed In DIY. Today we have a fun glow clip for you, perfect for Halloween. We have two designs we're making in this glowing pumpkin video. In fact, the second one has a little bit of a unique twist on the approach used in the first one. They're quick, they're easy, and they're fun to make. We're going to be using glow duct tape, which I actually found at a local hardware store. The other two items, the black light bulb and the glowing ping pong balls, I found at a local grocery store, which were actually very cost effective. For both designs, we're actually going to be using a cutting board, a ballpoint pen, a sharp knife, and a stencil. The hot glue gun is for the second design. The stencil is actually something I just printed off the internet, but you can create your own too. Start by opening up the duct tape and pulling off a small piece and placing it lightly onto your cutting board. We're now going to place the stencil over top of the piece of tape and make sure that this first eye lines up perfectly over the top of that piece of tape so that it's all within the borders. Now grab your ballpoint pen and make sure to firmly trace this stencil. The reason you're tracing firmly is because it's actually going to leave an indentation behind in the tape, which is very easy to see when it's not on the video. I'm just doing a quick trace over so that you can see the outline that I actually created into the piece of tape by pressing firmly like this. I will eventually be repeating the same process for the other eye, as well as the nose. Now's when you're going to grab your sharp knife and cut along the tracing that you made. This is where you see why the cutting board is so perfect for this purpose. One, because you're cutting on it, and two, because it actually will allow the tape to lift off easy enough so that your adhesive will still be strong to stick to the pumpkin. Now grab the tape at an outside edge and pull it away from your stencil, leaving just the pieces that you want cut out and ready to use. I chose this particular stencil to use for the video so that I could show you how you can use something even like this with the mouth where it's wider than a single section of tape. So put down your first piece of tape, then just overlap it with a second piece of tape big enough to cover the whole mouth from top to bottom. All that's left is to trace, cut, and remove the extra tape just like we did before. Once you have all the pieces, you're ready for the final step. But first, let's just have a little bit of fun and check out how well it glows. And this is just after using the local ambient light that I had while cutting out the design. The effect is even better when you plug in that black light. But we're getting ahead of ourselves. Let's put the stickers, or the tape, onto our pumpkin. It's best to give a good quick wipe to the surface of the pumpkin first to make sure it's free of all moisture and oils. This will help the stickers or the tape stick a little better. It'll also allow you to remove them and replace them if you need to change the alignment just a little bit. Let's turn off the lights and take a quick check of our glow effect. And then you can move on to the second design. The key difference in the second design is how we're going to make the eyes, so grab one of these novelty ping pong balls that glow, find the seam, and let's cut it in half. Now I'm going to grab a permanent marker and just draw on a little bit of a design for a pupil. You can do a single circle if you want, or you can make them more like a cat eye. Yeah, looks about right. Now, let's grab that hot glue gun, put a little bit of glue on the top and the bottom, and place our eyes on the pumpkin. If it doesn't stick too well, it's a good opportunity to go back and wipe off the surface again, just to make sure there's no moisture or oils, and that'll help these to stick in place just fine. We'll finish this one off just like we did the first design and place all the tape where we want it, just to get the decoration complete. Turn on your black light, and here's the final effect. To highlight our decorated pumpkin, I simply grabbed a little clip light, put the black light bulb inside of that, and aimed it right at the pumpkin. It made it very easy to set up and keep our pumpkin highlighted perfectly. What do you think? Thank you for watching. Please press like and then subscribe. There will be more Dialed In DIY to come.